Are you thinking about how you can make 2023 even better than last year? I know I am, and I want the ways in which I feel, think, see, and move to elevate my personal wellness and my overall well-being. So during this time, I always find myself reflecting on the past year and just considering ways that I can make positive changes in that upcoming year so that I could be a better me. Hi, I'm Yolanda, and I'm a 29-year U.S. Army veteran and a champion for all things health and wellness. So let's get right into it and talk about what we can do better in 2023. So far, I've been thinking a lot about practicing better alignment behaviors to create and sustain just healthier habits, to redefine my goals for success in this upcoming new year. Now, whether your goal is related to your personal wellness or your professional development, the beginning of a new year is always a great time for all of us to focus on what really matters most in your life. Our wellness is freedom. So we have to make it a priority. And it's a time of year when it brings new possibilities, new choices to just reset and recommit or commit to bringing back that joy and passion in your life that you may have lost or didn't feel like you were in touch with over the previous year. And that's why I love the refreshment of the new year, because it's a time to reset, refresh, to get rejuvenated so that we can really kickstart the year and be successful in our goals in whatever it is that we want to achieve. So how can we make the most of changes in our life that align with our thoughts and our actions? If you are serious about positive change, then it's vital to create new habits or sustain those healthy habits and behaviors that support your efforts. And again, aligning our thoughts, words, and actions are a key component to creating habits of better alignment, and it's a significant part of just our process, the growth process in life. And by working with our mindset, we can create the foundation for the single most important component to any type of change, and that's focusing on behavior changes, not on outcomes, but behavior changes that will sustain those healthy habits that align with everything. Not only our thoughts, words, and actions, but also our values, which is so important because it's all interconnected: mind, body, and soul. With that said, here are 5 tips that you can use to get into the habit of practicing better alignment behaviors. Number 1, acknowledge your feelings. It's important to be honest with yourself about your feelings, to be realistic in terms of what you expect for yourself and what you truly are capable of achieving. Number 2, tell yourself to stop the negative thinking. Research shows that negative thinking is associated with rumination, thoughts of regret, and an increased risk of mental illness. Now, conversely, when we think positive, it is associated with an increase of optimism, happiness, lower risks of depression, pain, anxiety, you name it. And it doesn't mean you gotta be positive all the time. I know people be like, well, yes, that's not true. You can't be positive all the time. Well, it's all about learning how to acknowledge and to be able to manage your emotions so that you can deal with them, and respond properly. Now, also, if you find yourself just really thinking negative all the time, you have to learn to reframe the situation in a more positive light. And you can do that by doing daily mindfulness activities. So for me, my go-to is meditation, even if it's just stillness and breathing and doing breath work. Also just self-reflection, doing yoga, all these things, just to name a few. And additionally, if you're still having negative thoughts, it's always good to have a trusted friend, family member, or a trained professional that you can talk to so that they can offer you an insightful perspective on the situation. Number 3. Don't give up if you make a mistake or encounter a setback. Now, when we make mistakes, we often only focus on the end result, whether it's successful or it's not, and we forget about everything in between, all the good things, all the small wins that even led up to when that mistake occurred. And we easily forget that mistakes are going to happen, that they're a part of life. And one of the best things about our mistakes, those challenges and those setbacks, is that there's always a lesson in it for us to grow and to move forward and to be even better in whatever it is that we're achieving. Number 4, treat yourself well and get plenty of rest. Now, there's something I struggle with, is that sleep, y'all. That sleep is so important for our mental, our emotional, and our physical. It's also about really making healthier food choices, consuming more water, and finding time to, again, relax and make yourself a priority. Do daily self-care, whether you have, having a morning routine and an evening routine is so important. I like to practice gratitude. So first thing in the morning when I get up and at night, I'm practicing gratitude, thanking God for everything that I have. And then I have other things that I do in my morning routine that's part of that mindfulness, and I do the same at night. So again, take time for yourself and make sure that you rest. And number 5, I know it's hard, but don't stress yourself out. Remind yourself that you have the power to create your own happiness, and joy is within you. Also, take an inventory of your stressors to know the stress that you can control and the things that you can't control. Now, if you can't control it, why are you worrying about it? And find those ways, those things that you can do to eliminate or reduce your stress. Now, let's be honest. Any type of change, including positive change, can be extremely stressful. So choosing to be happy doesn't mean that you ignore what's going on in your life. It just means that you choose to just make something positive come from every situation. Even if it's challenging, there's always a lesson in it. So look for the lesson and then grow from it. So these 5 tips are just ways to really help you to be able to establish good alignment behaviors, to align your thoughts, words, and actions, to help you to just elevate in this new year. And remember that the key to all of this, to elevation, to growth, to development, lies in your daily habits and your behaviors. So start taking action right now to cultivate better alignment behaviors that develop in the habits so that you can sustain and get transformational results. So for more strategies and information just to help you to dare yourself to elevate to wellness and to do it from the inside out, subscribe and watch these other videos. Thanks for watching. Blessings, peace, and love.